Hello again. In my last video, I was explaining about some of the science behind the use of acupressure, which is an important part of a therapy called emotional freedom techniques. Traditional Chinese medicine has used acupuncture and acupressure for centuries, but it's only more recently that science has started to catch up and begin to find possible explanations for why these techniques actually work. EFT uses the principles of acupressure by using finger tapping on certain positions on the base and the upper body. Over the course of EFT's history, the protocol of this tapping has been refined. Whilst the tapping is important, it is also what you say with it that forms a big part of this therapy. As you go through the different stages of tapping, you talk out loud about what is bothering you, what the problem is, in a structured way. You firstly recognise what you are feeling and then explore some more about the details of what you are feeling whilst continuing the tapping pattern. The idea behind this is that you're able to confront and process the issue in a safe way where you don't become so emotional that you are distraught. You can then release all the pent-up emotion which is interfering with the way you're thinking, as well as beginning to understand why you are feeling the way that you are feeling. Some practitioners talk about this pent-up emotional stress as creating blockages in the energy system of your body, and that the physical tapping helps you shift the block so that everything gets flowing again. But that's not quite the way I think about it personally. From what I can see from the psychological literature, EFT seems to work by enabling you to explicitly and verbally acknowledge what you are experiencing and feeling, whilst simultaneously stimulating your body by the premovascular system, which I talked about in my previous video. In this way, it becomes a method of releasing the stress and rebalancing your body because of the combination of the psychological reframing by talking about the issue and also the physiological impact on your body by the premovascular system. The combination of the tapping and the psychological reframing enables you to develop perspective on the issue. This is because you're able to re-experience or rethink about your problem in such a way that you do not become overly engaged or reactive to it. This then helps the subconscious to not automatically treat it as a threat, and so the stress response is not unnecessarily triggered. An example might be if you were having negative and repetitive thoughts about something that you regretted. You can work with your therapist to find a phrase to say while you are tapping, which reframes that experience into something that releases all that regret and all the associated negative effects on your mind and body. Therefore, EFT combines the psychological technique of reframing with the physiological stimulation of what seems to be a particularly powerful or at least influential system. So although it does seem to be a strange principle, it does have the potential to be remarkably effective and do just what it says on the tin: emotional freedom. So in other words, to free you from emotions which are causing you pain, emotional angst, and consequently triggering a stress reaction in your body. In my next video, I'll be explaining some more about the power of words in helping you to reduce stress. Neurolinguistic programming uses knowledge of how the brain is wired and how the brain processes the world in order to reframe your way of thinking into a more optimal state, reducing stress. Look out for this video on my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. In the meantime, if you'd like to find out more about soothing stress strategies, please go to my website at soothingstressstrategies.com. Bye for now.